Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Join the Patreon to watch my Elden Ring streams live, and like and subscribe for more rot next time you play. Maybe. Today we're building Malenia, Blade of Miquella in Dungeons & Dragons. Malenia, Blade of Miquella is the hardest boss in the history of FromSoft by a wide margin. Malenia, Blade of Miquella is harder than Kos, Malenia, Blade of Miquella is harder than Gale, and Malenia, Blade of Miquella is harder than Artorias. Sorry I keep saying her name so much, I just want to make sure you don't forget.
Hi, my name is Malenia, Blade of Miquella.
Hey, so this footage isn't from my Elden Ring streams because Malenia is hard. I'm not going to the Halleck Tree if I don't have to, but I've been making some building character episodes for Elden Ring and I'm really proud of them. We put a lot of extra work into these. We got Wolverine, Toph Beifong, Batman, Obi-Wan, and Link. So click the link in the top corner to watch those. After this video, of course. Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need to dance like nobody is watching because you can't look at Malenia if you want to dodge the waterfowl dance. You need to dash away, stand on one foot, balance a glass of chocolate milk on your head, sing the Bikini Bottom national anthem, launch yourself out of a cannon through a flaming ring, and eat a plate of spaghetti. Sometimes that doesn't work either. Next, we need the rot, some disease that kills invaders, and our brother. Finally, we need to heal a frankly unfair amount. What if you could be a tank, medic, and DPS all at the same time? For stats, we'll be using the standard point array from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just keep your multiclassing minimums in mind. Dexterity will be number 1. All the katanas are dex weapons, except the meteor one, which makes sense. It is a bit meteor. Wisdom after that, servants of rot. Incantations scale with faith. Wisdom is D&D faith. Constitution next. Malenia has never known defeat, so she needs some HP. Follow that up with charisma. People might not remember your name, but they do remember the beatdown you put on them. Intelligence is a bit low. If you were smarter, you could just do the Vari questline and rescue Miquella from Moog. Instead, you chill at the bottom of a tree. That's a choice. We'll dump strength though. We just don't need it as much as we need everything else. Malenia is a demigod with a transformative second phase that makes her spray rot everywhere. To me, that sounds like a fallen Aasimar, which gives you +2 dexterity and +1 constitution if those are the stats you want. Wizards of the Coast says I can change those now. If you don't like that, you get a job there and tell me I can't anymore. Your celestial resistance gives you resistance to necrotic and radiant damage. That's holy and rot. Obviously she resists holy. Every boss resists holy. FromSoft made some really cool holy weapons and then said never use these. Anyway, 60 feet of dark vision, like cantrip for free, and 2 skills from your background like survival and nature. Gotta know where those Aeonian butterflies are. We'll kick things off as a fighter. Before you were down with the sickness, you were down with the swishness. Grab acrobatics and intimidation for your skills of choice. Take dueling for your fighting style to add 2 to the damage of your attacks you make with a one-handed weapon. I think a rapier would fit, though maybe a scimitar since it deals slashing damage. It's just a d6 instead of a d8. You also get second wind, letting you heal 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action once per short rest. It's the first of many healing options we're going to get. Second level fighters get action surge, letting you make 2 actions in 1 turn once per short rest. It's just the 2 attacks per now, but it's eventually going to turn into a fully unreasonable combo. I'm calling it the ducky dance. Third level fighters can turn that up higher if you choose to be an Echo Knight. With that, you can manifest an Echo, a spectral version of yourself that you can warp between within 15 feet and attack from its space. You can even unleash Incarnation to make an attack from the Echo's place as part of your action, an amount of times per long rest equal to your Constitution modifier. Since that's per attack action, not per turn, with Action Surge, you could use both of your uses in the same turn and attack 4 times at this point in the build. Pretty good, but it's not quite the full ducky dance. This is also where you get a piece of the Phase 2 puzzle with the Fallen Aasimar's Necrotic Shroud. It wreathes you in necrotic energy, skeletal wings sprout from your back, and everyone has to make a wisdom saving throw to avoid pooping their pants. For the minute it's active, you can add your total level in necrotic damage to 1 attack per round, putting a bit of rot onto each hit. 4th level fighters get an ability score improvement, bump your dexterity first for fiercer and faster combos. I guess they're technically the same speed, but they'll be more accurate. 5th level fighters get an extra attack, letting you make 2 attacks with your action instead of 1, 4 with an action surge, or up to 6 with 2 unleashed incarnations. Still not quite where I need it to be, but definitely getting closer. 6th level fighters get another ability score improvement, cap off your dexterity, and start working on wisdom. That's going to be the rot stat when we enter phase 2. 7th level Echo Knights get Echo Avatar, letting you send your Echo up to 1,000 feet away on a scouting mission. Now you never have to leave the cave. You can check in with all your horrible spider monsters, that ulcerated tree spirit in the rot pond, Millicent's sisters who are also your sisters or maybe your daughters. Shout out to the Millicent questline, by the way. One of the best in the game, and I don't see anyone talk about it. Go play it, gamers. 8th level fighters get another ability score improvement. Keep pushing the wisdom. Capping it off is going to be very useful to become completely OP. Trust me. 9th level fighters get indomitable, letting you re-roll one failed saving throw once per long rest. Technically, Malenia isn't immune to poison or rot, but effectively, Malenia is immune to poison and rot. 10th level Echo Knights get Shadow Martyr, letting you push one of your echoes in front of an attack once per short rest, just giving you one free hit. If you don't think one free hit is worth it, imagine that one hit does 75% of your HP. Then think about it again. 11th level fighters get another extra attack for 3 attacks in a single round, 6 with an action surge, or up to 8 with 2 unleashed incarnations. That is the full Ducky Dance. The only way we could make it better is if we could add damage to our attacks. We can't do that at 12th level fighter. There, we're just going to use the ability score improvement to bump our wisdom again. It's almost capped off and just in time for some multiclassing. Specifically as a druid, 1st level druids get spells and cantrips. Druidcraft does a bunch of small flavor stuff. It can tell you the weather, or in Malenia's case, make a small flower. It doesn't always have to rot people, though if you want it to rot people, fine. Use poison spray to force a constitution saving throw on a creature. Failing that, they take 3d12 poison damage. For 1st level spells, Healing Word heals a creature 1d4 plus your wisdom modifier as a bonus action. Remember that 8-hit combo? Yeah, that doesn't even actually involve a bonus action. So at the moment, you can use Second Wind and 2 Healing Words for 3 rounds of combat and healing at the same time. God, I hate Malenia, but I kind of love her too. It's a weird relationship. If you have more time, Cure Wounds heals 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier as an action to a creature you touch. You can touch yourself, but I've heard that's how you get afflicted with rot. Caelid has a lot of idle hands apparently. The jump spell triples your jump distance. Malenia doesn't really fly. She just kind of hops and dives. 2nd level druids can pump up phase 2 even harder if you choose the Circle of Spores. With that, you can activate a Halo of Spores, letting you use your reaction to force a Constitution saving throw on a creature within 10 feet of you. Failing that, they take 1d4 necrotic damage. You can now basically attack with every reaction now. God, even worse, you can channel your inner rot goddess with the symbiotic entity, giving you 4 times your druid level in temporary HP, doubling the damage of your Circle of Spores, and adding a d6 of necrotic damage to all of your weapon attacks for 10 minutes, or until the temporary HP goes away. With 8 attacks in a round, that's 8d6 necrotic damage. That's a fireball of necrotic damage attached to 8 attacks you make in a single round. You activate your symbiotic entity with the use of a wild shape. Other druids use them to turn into animals. That's not something Malenia does. Just use it for the symbiotic entity. It's better. 3rd level druids can learn 2nd level spells. Wither in Bloom forces a Constitution saving throw on creatures in a 10-foot radius sphere, dealing 2d6 necrotic damage to those that fail, half as much to those that succeed. One creature of your choice inside can heal themselves with one of their hit die. Wouldn't it be nice if you were inside? Then you could heal one of your fighter hit die. Sure, that means you wouldn't have it on your next short rest, but if you're fighting your half-brother, you need everything right now. Burn through every resource. Caelid counts as a resource. 4th level druids get another ability score improvement or feat. The Resilient Feat will add 1 to your wisdom score, capping it off and giving you proficiency with wisdom saving throws. Ooh, capped off wisdom and dexterity? That gives me an idea. Let's bounce over to Monk for unarmored defense, making your AC 10 plus your dexterity and wisdom modifier when you're not wearing armor. That means 20 AC when you throw all your armor on the floor and fight the tarnished in your birthday suit. Dropping Trow also lets you use martial arts. To make unarmed attacks with your dexterity modifier, they deal 1d4 damage, and you can make one as a bonus action after you make one with your action or attack with a monk weapon. So I guess your sword should probably be a short sword if you want to add the kick into your combos. Not a bad idea. Symbiotic entity would apply to your martial arts attacks as well, so that's 1d4 plus 1d6 plus 5 extra damage. That's nothing to sneeze at. Back over to Druid now. 5th level druids can learn 3rd level spells. Aura of Vitality makes a 30-foot radius around you and lets you heal a creature within it 2d6 as a bonus action every round for a minute. And it only requires 1 spell slot. So just pop that and swing with your action, then heal with your bonus action every single turn. Ridiculous. 6th level spore druids get Fungal Infestation, letting you turn a corpse into a zombie under your control. Honestly, with all your power and at this level, it's not really all that worth it. Just have it outside your boss arena and have it try and push a tarnished into the bottomless pit of the Haligtree. The better part is your Halo of Spores now are dealing a d6 of necrotic damage or 2d6 with your symbiotic entity active. Every round, you can use your reaction to effectively hit someone with a greatsword. We'll talk about how good that is in a second. First, we need to hit our capstone. 7th level druids can learn 4th level spells. Blight forces a Constitution saving throw on a creature, dealing 8d8 necrotic damage to those that fail, half as much to those that succeed. It's not as much as the full Ducky Dance, but you've only got 1 Ducky Dance per day. Use this for your big rot flower after you Ducky Dance. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, the Ducky Dance deals 8d6 plus 20 necrotic damage plus 8d6 plus 56 slashing slashing damage, or around 124 with median rolls. That's pretty good, but it's even better considering point 2, Malenia doesn't stop. Your action is 3 attacks, your bonus action heals you 2d6, and your reaction can deal 2d6 necrotic damage while the entity is up, or 1d6 when it isn't. There is no waste. Every type of action you can use, you will use every single turn. Obviously, the plant girl's very eco-friendly. Finally, you're a bit of a tank. 136 HP is only okay, but considering you get to give yourself 28 temporary HP twice per day, that's more like 192. And you can heal as a bonus action in 3 different ways, and you have 20 AC and proficiency with 3 saving throws. For weaknesses, your strength is low, so you could get knocked prone a lot. You're also pretty dependent on necrotic and slashing damage, so another Aasimar, particularly a barbarian one, could wall you out. Finally, you got some limited resources. 2 incarnations per day, 2 symbiotic entities per day, and only 1 necrotic shroud per day, and only 1 indomitable per day. But even though you have limited uses of abilities, you have a lot of abilities. Deal damage, tank damage, and heal damage. You can do everything. Just watch out for someone who can knock you down. A high strength character could be Moog than you bargained for. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe for more. We're making more Elden Ring D&D builds here every week, as well as an Elden Ring build of one of your favorite fictional characters. Join the Patreon if you want to watch those streams, and have yourself a very nice day.